I'm here with a special Lunasa video today. This is a creativity spell for Lunasa. Now I know it is Lunasa here in the Northern Hemisphere and not in the Southern Hemisphere. In the Southern Hemisphere it's Imbolc, but I thought I would put this out there. Even if you are in the Southern Hemisphere, you can still use this because we have a wonderful full moon this week that has a lot of creative energy to it. So it doesn't matter where you are. But I thought it would go really well for Lunasa as well because Lunasa has a lot of connections with harvest and creative energy. This is in the sign of Leo, which is all about creative expression. And so this is a really great time to celebrate your talents, celebrate your gifts, and celebrate your ability to create wonderful things in the world. So this spell you can use for a specific creative project that you might be working on, or maybe the one that you want to start and get going, or even if you just want to have some more creative energy coming into your life. So for the spell, you're going to need a candle. I have chosen orange because to me orange signifies creativity. So use whatever color you associate with creativity. If you don't have color candles, a white candle will do just fine because it covers everything. I have this spoon here to help with getting out cinnamon. Then we have powdered cinnamon. All of these ingredients are things that you can commonly find. I'm not using anything that is expensive or you have to go to a special store for. I have here, this oil I did get from the witch's roots, so I don't expect people to have this, but this oil is largely, it's got a lot of orange notes into it. So if you have orange oil, like essential oil, you can use that, but really you can use olive oil as well. You don't have to have like a specific special oil or any scent that you, if you have scented oil, anything that you associate with creative energy or solar type energy. I have a nail here to carve onto the candle, so any sharp object that you can carve into the candle on. And then for other herbs, I have rosemary, which is a very protective type of energy. We have basil as well, basil, never know how to say it. And those are things you can commonly, you probably already have them in your cupboard. And then I have calendula, or this is marigold petals, and blue cornflower petals. Now, really you can use any yellow type petal and any blue type petal, or any flower that you associate with sort of fey magic you can use as well. So don't be afraid to use substitutions with this. This is stuff I'm using because this is what I associate with things. So you can, however you do spell work, some people will cast a full circle. Some people just, don't do that, or they just imagine white light around them. You can do whatever it is that is part of your practice. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to get this candle set up. So I just use a little, like a sharp nail or a pin. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to be carving, sorry, I have to get this, the symbol for Venus into the candle. So this is symbol for Venus, also the symbol for female, but it's symbol for Venus. And the reason for that is because Venus is the planet that's in charge of artistic energy and beauty. And so we want to bring more of that creative, beautiful energy into our lives. So as you can see, I've got it carved there. It doesn't have to look super perfect or anything, but we want to draw that Venusian, benefic, creative, beautiful artistic energy into our lives. So we're going to use that symbol. So nothing too complicated there. We have that symbol carved in. Next, we're going to rub some oil on it. Okay. Now I put a dot on my finger, and then if I want to draw something in, I start at the top of the candle and then I work my way down. Okay. So down like that. All right. Now, I'm going to show you the way I work things. I know this is not the way everybody does it, but I'm going to show you what I do. What I do is when I'm energizing and charging something, I put it into my hand and I visualize white light going into the object, like the energy of the universe, positivity is going into the object. And so I put my hand over, put the white light in, and I say, in the name of the Lord and Lady, angels, ancestors, guides, and guardians, I ask that you bless and empower this candle as it burns, that it brings creative energy into my life. Let it bring in inspiration so that I may make beautiful things and bring them out into the world in a positive way. I ask this in the name of the Lord and Lady, angels, ancestors, guides, and guardians. And then I make the pentacle over it. So it's like earth, air, fire, water, spirit. Okay. So I'm going to put that in there for the moment. The next, I'm going to be working with the herbs. So the first thing I want to do is I want to use this powdered cinnamon to put on the candle. So I've got the spoon here because this is a big old bottle here. You probably don't want to see me struggle with. Is this spoon even going to make it in here? Let's see. Okay. We just need a little bit. Okay. Just need enough to put in our hand. Yes, this is going to get messy. Okay. All right, so I've got a little bit of cinnamon in my hand here, and then I'm going to roll the candle in it. And because it's got the oil on it, hopefully a lot of this will stick to the candle. It doesn't have to look pretty. There we go. We've got our cinnamon on the candle. Okay, now I'm spilling everywhere. I'm going to pause this and clean this up. There we go. I've at least cleaned my hands off. So now I'm going to direct, again, using my hands, visualizing white light towards the candle. We're empowering the cinnamon for this. Say, in the name of the Lord and Lady, angels, ancestors, guides, and guardians, I ask that you bless and empower this cinnamon to bring creative energy to me, to bring me the energy to work on these creative projects, to bring me the energy into, and you can name whatever project, or to inspire you, to bring you creative insight. And I ask this in the name of the Lord and Lady, angels, ancestors, guides, and guardians, powers of earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. Okay. So next we're going to take our yellow petals. So we're going to take our marigold. Marigold has a lot of associations with Leo and with the sun and with courage and success. And so we're going to take a pinch. It doesn't have to be a lot. And we're going to put clockwise in a circle around the candle. Okay. All right. All right. There we go. Now again, I'm going to put white light towards the, doesn't have to look perfect, but there you go, towards the petals, and I'm saying in the name of the Lord and Lady, angels, ancestors, guardians, and guardians, I ask that you bless and empower this marigold. Let it bring success to me. Let it bring joy to me. Let it bring whatever work that I do and put out in the world, bring joy to myself and others. I ask this in the name of the Lord and Lady, angels, ancestors, guides, and guardians, powers of earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. All right. So next we're going to take our next floral, which is the blue cornflower. And again, we're going to go around, sprinkle it around counterclockwise. Again, it doesn't have to be a ton. Work with what you have. Doesn't have to see, mine's not perfectly even, and that's totally okay. This is not about making Instagram perfect things, okay? So again, white light going into the blue cornflower. Blue cornflower has associations with the Fae and with the spark of magic and inspiration. So, in the name of the Lord and Lady, angels, ancestors, guardians, and guardians, I ask that you bless and empower this blue cornflower to bring the spark of inspiration to me, to bring joy, to bring beautiful, wonderful, magical events to happen to me, to help inspire me and to lead me towards the right path in my creativity. I ask this in the name of the Lord and Lady, angels, ancestors, guides, and guardians, powers of earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. Okay, so next we're going to do our basil. Basil has associations with prosperity and success as well. So we want whatever we do to succeed in the world. Now, for some people that might mean making money, and in that case, basil is going to be important. For others, it might just be success means that other people see it, that other people enjoy it. So whatever that means to you personally. So in the name of the Lord and Lady, angels, ancestors, guides, and guardians, I ask that you bless and empower this basil, that it brings success to my creative work, that it brings prosperity to my work, that I am fairly compensated for it, that I feel good about the work that I'm doing, and that it is worth it. I ask this in the name of the Lord and Lady, angels, ancestors, guides, and guardians, powers of earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. Okay. And then we're going to take our last herb, which is the rosemary. Rosemary is protective. And, we don't want people to poo-poo our work. We don't want to sabotage ourselves when we're doing creative work. We don't want other people's negative energy to get in the way of the creative work that we're doing. So again, putting it around in a clockwise fashion. And again, once again, we're going to put white light towards this and say, in the name of the Lord and Lady, angels, ancestors, guides, and guardians, I ask that you bless and empower this rosemary. May it protect me from any negative energies that are seeking to either put me down or stop me from doing creative work, or my own inner negative energies that sabotage myself or make me not believe in myself. I ask this in the name of the Lord and Lady, angels, ancestors, guides, and guardians, powers of earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. So let it be. So then afterwards you would light the candle. Now, as you can see, this is a little loose. If you are like me, you have that, always what I do when I light is I melt a little bit of the oil so that it's, or the wax, pardon me, so that it sticks into the bottom there. Never leave a candle unattended. If I usually have water nearby too in case I have to put anything out. Like nothing has ever happened, but I'm always just like a super careful person. And if you have to leave, don't be afraid to put your candle out and relight it later. Some people say you have to burn it all the way down in one shot. That's not always practical. We live in the real world. And then once this is done, people often ask me, what do I do at the end? What do I do with the leavings of the spell? What I do is anything that I discard anything that is not going to harm the earth. I usually discard it somewhere in the garden. If it's like wax or something, I throw it in the garbage. But before I do any of that, before I discard of the items, I actually make a sign of the cross over it. And I say, I have deactivated these herbs. Thank you for the use of their energies. Thank you for their gift, Lord and Lady. And that's why I say, and you can say some variation, it doesn't have to be the exact words, but you're basically, by putting the cross, I'm saying I'm neutralizing them and I'm thanking them and thanking, divinity for their use. And that's what I do with them at the end. So you can, like, if you have any questions about substitutions, please put them down below. If you do anything similar, please let me know. What are your thoughts on this? And do you like these kinds of videos? Is this something you want to see more of? Please let me know. I do have on my Patreon, we do have a spell of the month that we do every month. There is a different spell that we do. And so if you're interested in that, you can check that out there. But otherwise, just thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thank you, of course, to my patrons who support me.